Third time's the charm?
That's how I can find it.
Maybe? I mean,
I don't even see us as live yet.
maybe? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If we still don't have audio, I have no idea what's going on.
We do.
We have audio?
Well, you do.
Okay, hello. We
do.
should
We do.
sorry everyone. The last video that I tried to load crashed Streamlabs, and then I reloaded the Streamlabs, and it was telling me that we had audio, but apparently you couldn't hear us, so I apologize for that. Not sure what was going on. TBH.
TBH.
Oh,
but
sorry,
yeah.
Sagareth. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I'm allowed to say anything about Twitch ads. Twitch ads are wonderful and lovely, and we fully endorse them.
Why aren't we allowed to say anything about Twitch ads?
Well, there are roughly a billion ways.
Twitch
to get
is very positive on feedback and really enjoys everything you say about them, even if it's something negative.
Twitch sucks. It's horrible.
Yep.
They treat lots of their content
We're not
creators
here
like
next
ass.
week, you know what happened.
Next week, we're just going to be somewhere else, which is probably something else I can't say either.
If Twitch gets
Hello,
rid of us,
hello.
that's fine. We'll be on YouTube. I don't care. I don't like
Oh,
companies being shits.
can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Elwick was asking me to say something. So, hi.
Maybe he just likes your voice.
I mean, it's very possible. I have a great voice.
It's true.
I'm low, apparently. I don't like being low. I should be less low.
You're less low.
Yay! I'm less low. Yeah, no, I just there were a couple images that I included because I thought they were cool. This blood red prowler definitely qualifies.
It's great.
Looked pretty awesome to me.
I like it. Sorry, I gotta resize this.
Yep.
Unos momento, por favor. Oh, this is a sneak peek. What is that? It's a cockpit
So
of a something.
People went down the rabbit hole on this a little bit, and as far as they can figure out, it's the cockpit of the Drake Corsair. Because it would need to be an upcoming ship, and it's obviously Drake, and there's 6 weapon controls beside the joystick, so it's got to be something with some guns.
Yeah, I like how it looks like it's been inspired by real-life Star Citizen players with a keyboard, HOTAS, loads of add-ons. There's never enough controller inputs.
What
I love that
happens?
there's 2 full keyboards.
There's 2 full keyboards, but what happens if you need to hit anything from F8 or above on the first one, or the U key? I think U is completely covered there, or any of the numbers on the second key. Like both those
I'm
keyboards.
sorry, did you just say Yuki?
Yeah.
David?
It's not snowing. It's far too hot for snow, man.
What's that, Eric?
David? It's Drake.
I know. I'm just.
So what they did was they're like, "Hey, we need you to be able to press buttons." So we got the $4 QWERTY keyboard out of the garbage, and we disabled all the keys that are covered up.
I mean, not gonna lie, that looks like a really nice. That actually looks like a keyboard that I used to have. It looks like a short profile, like a shortened Corsair that had no number pad. Really liked it. Great keyboard.
I like the fact that they went to the trouble of covering up that much of the keyboard for a Switch.
Right.
On Switch.
Oh man.
And Switch, sorry.
God. Also, couldn't they just turn that Switch sideways and then have enough room?
I mean, there's a billion places that Switch could have been that wasn't obscuring part of the keyboard, in fairness.
It's Drake. They do these things on purpose. to
I also
frustrate the
feel
customers.
I'm not sure. Like I feel like there almost has to be a second seat beside this one, right? Like those other 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 right monitors aren't for this one pilot, are they?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Because
When the time
what's this dude gonna do with that screen on the right?
Watch Netflix.
Look at it.
But he needs a pool cue to hit any of the buttons on it. Actually, sorry, not a pool cue. One of those old person
a pool-
grabby, one of those old people grabby things.
He actually means a pool quay, okay?
That one's actually spelt Q.
Oh.
You're fired.
Oh wow, it's been a long time since I was fired.
It has been.
Alright.
The joke's on Eris, though, because if he keeps firing us, it's just going to be him having to do this on his own every week.
That joke's not on me. That joke's on them.
I just thought this was a great screenshot. Pretty beautiful lighting on this shot.
Yeah, but what's that really ugly ship in the background?
That's the Freelancer, the one you hate.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. I hate it so much.
But this all just looks so good. From the armor to the backpack to the like cracked and craggy ground, it just looks awesome.
Really good.
I know I always pick out odd things to appreciate, but the rocks, just those rocks. Look at that. I just love that, and that's not like a trick of rendering, as far as I know. It might be. That's not parallax rendering. That's probably tessellation. So those rocks are registered in game as those shape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't been to this planet. I could be completely wrong. Please take anything I say with a massive grain of salt. Well, I suppose it'd be a rock of salt. But yeah, it's nice. It's
We
nice.
say this I think we say this every single episode we've ever had, which has got to be a couple hundred episodes now. Star Citizen's real pretty.
Yep. Sure is.
Yeah.
Gets prettier every week.
Yep.
Oh, I actually forgot to include this in my notes, but another of the members of the CIG team were chatting on Reddit about the upcoming Gen 12 renderer, and were extremely positive about what the likely performance improvements.
Interesting.
With no promises being made, but we're suggesting that being able to better utilize all of the CPU cores and threads will massively help them, apparently, because Star Citizen's extremely CPU bound. And I really saw it. I went from a 1700X to a 3600 recently, and I saw a really notable performance improvement, and that's not even going to like a super powerful CPU. I was playing on low before because I was just trying to get enough performance for it not to crash on me, because it was crashing all the time on me. But on low, I went from like 38 or 39 FPS to 53 or 54. And then on high, I went from like 30 to 37 or something. So pretty decent.
I'd be quite interested to see what kind of effect, if any, the 5800 X3D, I think it's 5887, whichever, if that will have a positive performance enhancement or not, simply because basically it's just really large L2 caches on that CPU.
Yeah.
I believe
100
Intel have
megabytes
their
of
own
cache,
version.
man.
It would be an interesting experiment.
I'm really excited for these performance improvements because the last thing you do in a video game is performance, right?
Mhm.
And,
Yep.
and I know we're still a bit away, but that things like Gen 12 render are, you know, coming up tells me that Squadron 42, because Gen 12 has to be done before Squadron 42, right? There's a bunch of stuff that has to
Yep.
be there before Squadron, and I'm really excited for these performance improvements because I mean Star Citizen doesn't run horribly for me, but
I don't think this is. I don't think they're at the final stage of development where they're implementing performance enhancements. I think they're laying down the groundwork to have, we can have this
That
in here now, and it's going to
optimization.
give an immediate,
Yep.
raw, brute force, for lack of better words, performance enhancement. And it's going to be there for the future when they can start looking at things when there's more in there and say, okay, so we can do this and we can do this with Gen 12. They're
So
using
I'm
Vulkan, aren't they? The Vulkan renderer?
They are. It's not directly tied to the Gen 12 renderer, because Vulkan's the API, right?
Yeah.
The Gen 12 renderer and the Vulkan API are not directly connected together, but they are doing both of them at the same time, basically. So,
The renderer
what?
and the API work together because the API is kind of like a translation program for the renderer and is then put on your screen.
The person who posted about it was Sylvan -CIG on Reddit. And this is what they said. They said Star Citizen is heavily CPU limited, so having a good GPU doesn't give you any benefit. Expect some huge changes this year to CPU performance, though. We're working hard to finally ship Gen 12 and making good progress. Once that's done, we will never be render thread bound again. The main thread will still be a bottleneck, but every single bit of performance improvement in this area will go directly to your FPS. I'm confident that we will see high double-digit performance improvements this year, but no promises.
that'd be good.
Yeah,
That'd be really good.
Again, just to reiterate, this isn't a Jesus patch. This is going to be something that works in conjunction with physics grids, with the OCS server side, with the OCS being refined client side, with all of these things are going to add up. There's not going to be one single thing where it says, "Oh, we'll just add this," and then suddenly everyone can get 120 FPS.
Yeah, no, it's one of the foundational pieces that allow them to do further optimizations.
Look, guys, you're both wrong. Every single patch is the Jesus patch because Jesus is in everyone.
No. So.
All patches are Jesus patches. All of them.
But I am quite hopeful that that we'll see. Like, they've been working pretty hard on making the game more playable recently, and most of it's surrounded like making sure it doesn't crash and making sure that it that there's like stuff to do and it's you can actually go and do it and have fun. But the performance piece is important, and and they recently really smashed performance with clouds. I fully approve of them doing so, but they did.
And they're going to do that again, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they're going
sure.
they're going to see what performance gains they can get out of Gen 12, and then they're going to smash it with ray tracing, and then they're going to see what they can get out of this, and they're going to smash it with something else. And it's going to be this whole.
And they've got to have these clouds that are quite performance heavy because unlike other games, it's not just where you're on the ground and look up, or it's not just where you are just a plane and fly through these clouds. These are going to have some sort of effect on you. You've got to see them moving because you can go through them, and so on. So they didn't have to do it. They could have just done what everyone else does and just says, well, whatever. No, not CIG. Now you fly through it and you get moisture all over your fucking windscreen, and you're like, it's a 25th and a half century, and Duck Dodgers is right next to me, but somehow we forgot windscreen wiper technology.
Yep. Anyway, we are at
forgotten
the
technology.
End. We are at the end of our show this week. Shiver, what you got going on?
Wipe. Upcoming this week, we are carrying on Nihon Nights, our Vampire the Masquerade V5 Chronicles set in Chiba, Japan. And that's all we've got planned at the moment. I am slowly dying every week as I make more and more games that are coming up. But we had a very interesting last game. There was a new source book that was released like 2 days before we went live, and I was like, yeah, I've got to do a rewrite and include this. And I did.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Well done. Well done.
And
Yes,
from
and you can
us,
find us over on twitch.tv/Table of Horrors.
go watch. And from us, I don't know if we'll have a Tuesday show this week. I've still just been playing Elden Ring.
We could talk more about the games we've been playing constantly
Yeah.
for weeks
We'll
ahead.
keep an eye out on the Discord and the Twitters for if we're going live Tuesday. But regardless, join us back here, same time, same channel next week, next Saturday for more Star Citizen shenanigans. Shenanigans. It's a very sharp word. Shenanigans, like shins, like you've cut someone's legs off and beaten them with their shins. Shenanigans. Shins. Goodbye.